Ask any AI if your vendor has a current VPAT. Watch it stall. Procurement and accessibility teams type the same questions into ChatGPT every week. Do you have a VPAT? What WCAG version do you claim? What is supported versus partial? If your public accessibility page cannot answer those questions with a dated template, the model will not cite you. It will cite the competitor who published a VPAT edition and conformance levels in plain sentences. A VPAT is a voluntary product accessibility template. Buyers use it to see whether software can be used with a keyboard, a screen reader, captions, and enough contrast. It is not a certificate, it's a table of claims. Models can only quote the claims they can fetch. Section 1. Why VPAT pages fail. Most accessibility pages are a badge and a slogan. We are committed to accessibility. We follow WCAG. None of those are a template. A language model cannot quote a logo. It needs a sentence it can lift. VPAT version 2.4, WCAG 2.2 level AA, section 508, last reviewed March 2026, that is citability. PDFs help auditors. Quotable levels help AI. Here's what happens in a real evaluation. A buyer asks, does this vendor have a current VPAT? The model searches for a page it can quote. If your only answer lives in a gated trust center or a sales email, you disappear. The vendor with a public accessibility page that says VPAT 2.4, WCAG 2.2 AA last reviewed, March 2026, wins the sentence. SEO still gets you found on Google. AI visibility gets you recommended in that answer. You need both. The gated PDF is the most common miss. Legal wants control. Sales wants a meeting. So the real template sits behind a form. Humans can wait. Models will not. They skip the form and quote the vendor who put the edition, the standard, and the date on a public URL. Out of date is the second miss. A VPAT from 2022 that never names WCAG 2.2 looks abandoned. Buyers ask for current. Models prefer current. If your last reviewed line is missing, the model treats the page like a rumour. Section 2. 5 facts every VPAT page must state. First, the edition. Name the VPAT version. 2.4 is current. Do not say we have a VPAT with no edition. Edition is how a buyer tells a living document from a leftover PDF. Second, the standards. WCAG version and level. Section 508, the European Accessibility Standard if you sell in Europe. Name them. We follow WCAG is not a standard. WCAG 2.2 level AA is a standard. Third, support levels. Supports, partially supports. Does not support, at least for the criteria buyers ask about. Keyboard, screen reader, contrast, captions. A page that says fully accessible with no levels is marketing. A page that says keyboard supports, admin charts partially support is a quote. Fourth, date and owner. Last reviewed, date, named owner. A VPAT with no date is a rumour. A named owner tells the model the claim is maintained, not scraped from a footer. Fifth, how to get it. Public URL or a form that returns the file without a sales call. If AI cannot fetch it, it will not cite it. Link the file. Or paste the 5 facts onto the page so the model does not need the file. If any of those 5 is missing, the model has a hole. It fills holes with whoever published the missing fact. Here's the test. Open a private window. Ask ChatGPT if your company has a current VPAT and what is not supported. If the answer invents a standard, names a rival, or says it cannot find a public document, your page is not citable. Section 3, the 30-minute rewrite. Open a public URL. Not a Notion doc, not a PDF behind email. Title it Accessibility, not Inclusion. Write 5 short blocks, 1 per fact. Each block starts with a bold label and 1 sentence a lawyer could defend. Add a last reviewed date. Add a named owner. Add 1 limitation. Example. Our admin charts are not yet fully keyboard accessible. Then add FAQ-style headings the buyer already types. Do you have a VPAT? What WCAG version? What is not supported? Those headings are the queries. Keep 1 honest limit on the page. Models trust a partial more than a clean sweep of supports. If everything is supports and nothing is dated, the page looks generated. Do not replace your SEO work. Keep the accessibility statement and the blog posts. Add this extractable page so AI has something to quote next to them. Get your free AI visibility score. See whether models can cite your VPAT.